Hey guys, welcome to the final segment, segment 6. What I'm going to have you guys do is you're reading Hager, you're reading the epilogue this week, which is good. It kind of provides you some clarity into the so what about why did he write all this. Let me get the chalkboard in there just in case you forget. Yeah, there it is, segment 6. So you're reading the epilogue to kind of answer the so what kind of part of it. And then in light of that, you're also writing some cover letters and resumes to kind of think about the so what for yourself, right? So what for this class? So what for the skills I could take from this class? So what for myself as an employee potentially down the road, or for myself as a student down the road, et cetera, et cetera. So this last segment is having you guys work on cover letters and resumes, which are very highly reflective documents to get you thinking about and taking inventory of what the skills you have and apply it to specific context. So I'm going to talk about the 5 things you need to do for this segment, and let me know if you have any questions. So the first thing you have to do is identify a job ad. Now, my condition for this is that it has to be feasible. So it has to be a job that you can actually apply to given your education experience. Take a screenshot of it, because this is all 5 things are going to be one PDF document. So I need a screenshot where I can see the entire job ad, and I'll tell you why down the road. Second thing is conduct a job ad analysis. So you are closely reading the job ad as you would conduct a literary analysis on a literary text. What that means is you're trying to analyze to find out what the ideal candidate is. So you're looking into the organizational culture by going on their website, seeing what their values or ethics mission statement is, types of people that they typically hire. Get to know that organization very well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to conduct an analysis of the job ad, highlighting key terms or key jargon, so that they're kind of identifying. So if they have something like you need JavaScript or C++ or something like that, and they don't really describe what C++ is, or they don't really describe what HTML5 is, for example, what they're doing is they're kind of creating a community of kind of the only people who apply are going to be the people who know what that means, right? So that's kind of they're sending a subtle message, or sometimes not a subtle message, that this is the kind of person we want. We want someone who can understand this job ad, specifically military job ads, even for civilian positions, have so much jargon and so much language that is kind of identifying what community they want someone to be a part of in order to apply to this position. So you'll conduct an analysis of that. So what is the ideal candidate that they are creating? Because that's what they're doing. They're listing all these things that are impossible for everyone to have. They want X number of years experience, they want X number of degrees, this GPA, this volunteer experience, etc. They're kind of creating this ideal candidate. What is that ideal candidate? That's what you're answering with your analysis. Third thing is the cover letter, application letter. Now, some of you might not have ever written one before, for 2 reasons. One is because all the jobs you have had, if you have had any, are through personal relationships, either through family or friends or something else. Secondly, because you are applying for jobs through an application system where there is no cover letter required, or it's an optional thing that you can upload, which, by the way, you should always upload one when you can. The reason being is that these letters provide a critical bridge between the organization and the ideal candidate they want, and then who you are. And what you're trying to do in this cover letter is to build that fit. You're trying to paint a picture for them that you fit within this organization. The way you do that is by borrowing the terms and the words and the language they have in the job ad, inserting them into the cover letter, and crafting a cover letter in such a way that you are convincing them that they at least want to talk to you, that they at least are thinking about you as a potential fit for this position. So that's really the purpose of a cover letter, is to kind of you have this resume in your life over here, and you have the organization and their ideal candidate over here, and you need something to bridge them. You need something to help them interpret your resume. You need something to help them envision you as an employee there. And the cover letter is where you do that. And I go into some detail on the segment descriptions about what should be included in the cover letter. So you want to borrow the language that they use and provide, and I can't stress this enough, specific examples of the projects or experiences you have had that will make you a good fit in that position. Fourth, resume. So if you are an entry-level position or have had very few employment, 1 page is completely fine. If you have have workplace experience of 10, 15, 20 years, obviously your experience is going to exceed 1 page. So there's really no rule of thumb on that. But if you're close to 1 page, put on 1 page. If it's like a page and a quarter, try and fit it on one. But if you're a page and 3/4, then don't try and fit all in one. So what I'll be looking for is good format, professional formatting. Try to avoid Microsoft Word templates if you can, because that's pretty obvious. That, especially if you're applying to a technical writing position where you're saying you know something about document design. Make sure the font is professional. Make sure all the bullets are aligned in a straight line all the way down. Make sure the formatting with each entry is specific. So if you italicize the place of employment in entry 1, you want to do that for entry 2 and entry 3, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'll also be looking if you're using active verbs in your descriptions of your positions. And lastly, I'm asking you to create a reflection. So this is where you are providing me specific insight into your mind about the decisions, the compositional and rhetorical strategies you made, and decisions you made in composing your cover letter and resume. Because what I'll be assessing you on this segment for is, now that I have the job letter, and this is why it's important that you include the job letter in all of it, or the job ad. So you have the job ad, and I have your job ad analysis, and then your resume and your cover letter. I'm seeing how well you overlap those two, how well the job ad informed your cover letter and resume. And the way you do that is in the reflection, provide specific examples. So I put this bullet point under this position because they wanted this, or I included that I took this course in fall 2015 because they said they wanted experience in clear communication skills, and so I put my technical writing course in there. So be very specific about the strategies and the changes and the things that you've done in the resume cover letter. And that's it. You put all 5 of those into one document. Absolutely has to do that. You have to put it in one document, maybe do it in a Word document, put it all in there, and then save it as a PDF. So that's what you'll be doing. And then that's it. Great semester, guys. This is the last segment. Be patient with me as I finish up grading your segment 5s and all of the revisions. I got a wave of revisions from you guys, so be patient with me. And do fill out the student opinion surveys if you can. Even in just 5 minutes of your time, it means so much for me professionally, not only to improve my teaching, but to the powers that be above me. It means so much, I can't communicate that to you. So I've been thoroughly impressed with you guys this semester. I put a lot on you. You guys had to do a lot of self-teaching because I gave you a textbook, I gave you an assignment description, I gave you a video, and it's like, go. You guys did very complex genres. You guys did poetry. You guys did accent reports. You guys had to pretend you were an adventurer 200 years ago. I put you guys in all these wacky situations, and you guys generally did very, very well. I was very impressed by that. That is not easy, all the work I just offloaded on you. But I hope you found it productive, and I hope you got a lot out of it. And this is it. There's no final. There's no final paper. There's no final exam. This is it. It's a pleasure having you in this course, and I hope to maybe see you in person one day down the road.